works. There's a very, very warm welcome to all you guys. Um, I'm so sorry. Actually, okay, I haven't logged on to my profile. Just a second, give me a second. I have to share my link with all you guys. That's for Zbit application to download. So just a second, I'm going to download. I'll send you that link. Just give me a second, guys. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Okay, for some reason I don't know why is it not loading. I want to share my link so that you guys can download it. Somehow I'm not able to do that actually. Hold on for a second, guys. Okay, there is some issue at the moment. Right now, I'm not able to share that link with you guys. I'll share it in some time. Hold on for some time. Okay. So what's happening in the crypto markets, right? So as you all know, we start our day with it's a 4 hour session that we have it every day between 4 to 8 p.m. right? So whenever we are live, we are basically talking about so many things on the go. Just a sec. So it's going to be anyways a combination of um, just a sec. Just a sec. I'm going to show. There's a network issue for Guys, I have no clue why it is not getting logged in. I have to pick up my. I want to pick up my login code, and I'm not able to do that somehow because there is some issue. What's wrong, guys? Mm-hmm. Let me try with Telegram community maybe. Let's see if I can do that. It's a bit of problem because I want to share with you guys. Um, it's not happening actually. So maybe I can use Telegram community because LARP is not logging in. Need my settings. Okay. Other than that, I also have to actually share. Mm, a link I need to share with. Okay, let's begin. Sorry, guys, to have you guys on hold. Finally, I have my link that I wanted to share with you guys. So here you go. There's my link, which you can use directly to log in on and download the app. Just in case you want a desktop version of it, you can do this. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's start. I think I have done everything that I needed to do. So use my link to download the app as well as use the registration links. Use my code to register on the app. Okay. So today's crypto market overview. Let's have a look at the markets first. Then we'll go towards the other segments that we talk about on the live stream. So Bitcoin basically has reached 125.55. Again, it's just changed it. Uh, Ethereum 4,684. So it's up by 9.26%. BNB is also at 856, up by 6.72%. Solana at 201.09, up by 14.84, XRP at 3.2877. So everyone, all the altcoins, all the main cryptocurrencies, the stable coins, all of them are seeing some positive surge, which is a very good news for all of us. It's standing at 63 greed. Okay, so the altcoin season index basically is at 39 out of 100, and the market capitalization is standing at 4.11 trillion, and the volume is 238.4 billion. Okay, so that's something exciting. The volume seems to be looking like great. 238.4 billion is what is being reported here. You can see it. And let's just go to the coin market cap 100 index and see where it is heading. All the 100 cryptocurrencies. Are there any positive? Wow, man. One. Only mean for one out of 100 in the cryptocurrency index like coin market cap index CMC 100 is only negative. Rest of them all are positive, and it's a good news. Whenever we see it's days like this, it feels so great, right? So yeah, so people who have already positioned themselves, have already taken position before, it's time for you to reap your rewards. And for people who are willing to buy, yes, it's of course not a time to buy because markets are already up and we cannot be buying at the hype, right? So that is what is we have to do at this point in time. We cannot enter into the market, of course, but yes, people who have taken positions, you can basically look to exit the market. Okay, so we'll go one by one. While we will do continuous um, technical analysis as well. You all know that I also test all the indicators that I think of is useful and valuable for all of us. So while I'm going to do technical analysis for all these cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Sui for that matter, we'll continue to basically also see what's happening in the crypto markets front. Okay. So as we all see that Ethereum basically has surged to $4,674. So it's nearing its all-time high, driven by substantial institutional interest. So institutional interest has been the major driver for Ethereum to basically, do really well. So from recent past, from around 3,000 something, it has surged till 4,680, which is its all-time high. It's already reached. So approximately 520 million has flowed into Ethereum's ETFs in a single day, with weekly inflows approaching $2 billion. And analysts are anticipating a potential break towards the $5,000. So there is enough opportunity in Ethereum, and definitely we will continue to see these markets just flowing in. Bitcoin and Ethereum are one cryptocurrency that I know personally, because I am also investing into all of them, that they basically surge crazily. Okay, they are having so much of acceptance, so much of increment, so much of love, support, and everything, that you can always see that they are just booming like crazy. Bitcoin is remaining steady at 120, maintaining its position near its recent high. OKB, the native token of OKX exchange, experienced a 45% surge within 30 minutes, reflecting heightened retail enthusiasm and market optimism. So you all know that Binance has its own cryptocurrency, or its own token called BNB. Now there is OKB, which is the native token of OKX exchange. So we all know this. So that also has surged around 45% is what is being reported. Coming to the financial markets, we all look into what's happening on the US stocks, right? S&P, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, Nifty 50, Nikkei, that's Tokyo Exchange, all the cryptocurrencies, all of the other financial markets too. So US markets, basically US stocks are rallying following the release of the July Consumer Price Index report, which showed a 2.7% year-over-year increase, suggesting easing inflation pressures. This has fueled speculation about potential Federal Reserve cuts. The S&P 500 closed at a record high of 6,445.76, while the Nasdaq Composite rose to 21,681.91. So that is what is being reported. Uh, and European markets are also seeing gains. So FTSE 100, the index on the European markets, is basically reaching 9158.63, reflecting a global investor optimism. So Australian markets have closed lower as Commonwealth banks have reported a 10.1 billion annual profit, marking its worst fail since April. So it's a mixed feeling altogether. US stocks, it's a, basically it's like on a high. Of course, it's closed at a record high of 645, S&P 500, Nasdaq at 21681. So that's also reportedly doing well. Then European markets also saw gains. Australian market, also saw, like Australian market reported a 10-point annual profit, and then marking its worst fall since April. Um, so now the next question that we all have is, uh, the key drivers driving the key crypto markets. That is one question all of us have, right? So whenever the market sees some kind of surge, you can see right now, even SUI, for that matter, is up by almost, I think, I don't know, let me see, what is it? I have to see SUI. It's up by 11.23%. So in a day, we know that SUI can actually go like crazy. So it's at 4.05 right now, which is a very, very good place it is right now. So we're going to see the technical analysis and technical aspects to it. But before that, I would ask all of you to download this app. You have my links available. Please use that iOS. We don't have the iOS version of the app, so you can use Android phones to download it. And at the same time, we have the desktop version of it. Use my invitation code to download the like not download, to register on the application. Okay. Now, coming towards why are markets doing well? Why S&P is seeing some surge? Why is Bitcoin high? All these reasons, all these things. There is, of course, big reason behind it. There are key drivers behind it. So first and foremost thing is, of course, the US Consumer Price Index for July has come, and it has shown, the prices, the percentage to go down like around 2.7% is what it is reported year on year, and slightly below economist expectations and unchanged from June. So this stability has fueled optimism that the Federal Reserve will continue to cut interest rates as early as September. So assuming that because the CPI has come lower than what was expected, there is an opportunity, or the investors do feel that the Federal Reserve will continue to cut the rates, which will definitely increase, the investor confidence in all the financial markets. So when interest rates become very cheap, then there is a lot of spending power, purchasing power in the hands of consumers, right? So in that scenario, what happens is we will see that the prices, like people will start investing in either, the financial markets or in the crypto markets. They will continue to put their money in all these assets. So future markets now show a 96% of probability of a quarter point rate cut, and up sharply from around 86 to 88% in the week. So futures market is also looking very good. And what is actually happening is global market rally spreads. Global equities are buoyed by US rate cut optimism. So because of the inflation data out here, CPI that was released kind of has given like optimistic, like optimistic vision to all the investors, and they think that it's time we invest because the Fed rate cuts are going to add more value, and the prices of it will be going more further up. Because right now, where we are sitting, people, they think that investing at this point in time is better, and that's the reason you can see the prices are going up. Asia and Europe are rallying, with Japan's topics, Taiwan's TAIEX, and South Korea's KOSPI all advancing. So global market, all the exchanges, all the global exchange markets, Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, all of them are doing well. European markets have also gained. The stocks Europe 600 rose 0.4%, while Germany's DAX climbed 0.8%. Okay. US China trade truce eases tensions. Easing trade tensions between the US and China are lifting investor sentiment. Reduced tariff fears are reinforcing expectations that inflation remains manageable. So, uh, there is easing trade tensions between US and China as they're lifting investor sentiments. Their reduced tariff fears are, reinforcing expectations that inflations will remain manageable for US-China trade right now. Further, the strong domestic momentum in India's Sensex, basically it has closed at 304 points, which is like 0.38%, and Nifty 50 has rose to 0.54% to reach around 24,619. Driven by softer US inflation, Fed rate cut expectations, and signs of easing inflation at home. So these are the major reasons or the key drivers behind a strong domestic momentum in India. Um, Coming to policymaker support adds fuel. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has called for a half-point rate cut in September, reinforcing dovish sentiment and providing additional confidence to markets. Okay, that is what is on strategic market, the policymaker support front. On the strategic market outlook, some strategists like James Thorne or Wellington Altus are calling this as an unreasonable rally and foresee the S&P 500 reaching 7,500 by spring 2026, citing supportive US fiscal policies, tech innovation, and crypto-friendly regulation. So we can see that S&P 500 has reached almost 7,500, and by spring 2026 is what it is expected to reach. And yes, coming to investor behavior, investors climb. Sorry, while markets are climbing, investors are also staying defensive. A Goldman Sachs basket comprising companies with strong balance sheets outperform weaker peers, signaling caution underlying the rally. So on all the other aspects of it, it is doing well. Um, the policymaker front, US China trade tensions, momentum in India, all these positive things, whatever is happening in the market is definitely taking all the cryptocurrencies by a very, very great, outlook. Definitely we can see it in the prices itself. The prices are speaking for itself. These are the major reasons behind it. So 45 minutes. Sure. Come to 15 minutes. Sure. Okay. My God, look at the prices. I'm going to add my indicators. So one is my favorite these days, linear regression channel. This is something I'm going to add. And then I'm also going to add DMI. Not DMI, maybe I'll add RSI. All right. So it's an uptrend. We can clearly see. Okay. So, to summarize what's driving the rally right now for all the global financial markets as well as for the crypto markets is steady inflation. First thing, of course, how has it impacted the markets is increased the prospects for Fed cutting interest rates in September. Fed rate cut expectations, sentiments driven rally across US, European, and Asian equities. Trade optimism, reduced US China tariff fears bolster global risk appetite. Indian market strength, domestic and global cues have lifted Sensex and Nifty, led by auto and financial stocks. Policy support, Treasury Secretary's dovish push adds market confidence. Strategic bullish outlook, long-term targets like S&P 500 at 7,500 highlights the structural tailwinds. And on the defensive positioning side, investor favors strong balance sheet companies and cautious optimism. So in my so many sessions, I have discussed, how Federal Reserve rate cuts actually impact the markets, and I'm going to again reiterate how it impacts. It's because if the money becomes cheaper, there is more of risk appetite. So when Federal Reserve is cutting the rates, borrowing cost drops, and investors starts moving cash out of low yield savings, and they start putting it into riskier assets like stocks and crypto, chasing higher returns. So that is what happens when the Federal Reserve rate cuts happen. This often boosts liquidity in the crypto market. More buying pressure means higher prices. This is how it impacts positively. Now coming to weaker dollar boost, weaker dollar boost also boosts BTC. If the interest rates are lower, then it makes US dollar less attractive. A weaker dollar often pushes investors towards hard assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, gold, etc. as a store of value against potential currency debasement. So this is why, again, the second reason majorly why Fed rate cuts are favorable for all of us. Uh, Coming to Bitcoin, Bitcoin will be seen as digital gold and benefits directly. Then third reason is institutions, go respond. Hedge funds, ETFs, and asset managers tend to allocate more to crypto and rate stocks, especially now that Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs are widely available. Lower rates also mark a leverage trading uh, as cheaper, method, and it can accelerate moves. So basically, when the borrowing cost is less, like when you want to do leverage trading, right? Leverage trading is like borrowing funds from the platform and then putting your money into the markets. So that also becomes cheaper. So that also obviously accelerates market, right? So you see how it is impacting positively in each and every crypto, right? So this is why we always say and believe that the Federal Reserve rate cuts are always beneficial. So one is it makes money cheaper. So investors invest their money, they pull out the money from low yield products, and they put it in high risky products or higher return products. Second thing is dollar becomes weak in this situation. So basically it often pushes the investors towards hard assets during the time. Third is institutions go risk on. So because leverage trading becomes very apt during such time, so you can see the acceleration towards these markets and the prices continuing to grow. Altcoin season probability rises. BTC usually rallies first after rate cuts. Once BTC dominance stabilizes, capital flows into altcoins, often causing faster short-term percentage gains here. So BTC is usually rallying first after rate cuts. Once BTC dominance stabilizes, capital will flow into altcoins and it will often cause faster short-term percentage gain. Caution, not always immediate. If the federal rate cuts due to a major economic crisis, fear might override the rate cut effect, causing short-term dips. The bullish effect tends to be stronger when rate cuts are preemptive to support growth, not as a panic move. Okay, so you can see even the altcoins during such season, basically their probability also increases. So Bitcoin is not the only one. Bitcoin basically rallies first after the rate cuts. You can see Bitcoin has reached 120, right? So Bitcoin is rallying, and you can see at the same time the other altcoins are also rallying at the same time. So BTC dominance stabilizes, then capital flows into altcoins. So this is the reason we can see Sui, we can see Ethereum, we can see BNB, all of them just surging crazily because Bitcoin has reached almost to like what level? Bitcoin, let me see. Bitcoin is at, I'm going to open another window. Okay, Bitcoin is at 120. So imagine what is the price. So then fifth point is like obviously if federal rate cuts are happening, then due to a major economic crisis, fear might override the rate cut effect, causing short-term dips. So the bullish effect tends to be stronger when rate cuts are preemptive to support growth, not as a panic move. So as we all know that federal rate cuts will basically uh, they basically happen due to major economic crisis. Now that we know that inflation data has been out, the CPI has indicated like it has come down a bit as compared to the previous year or something. So that's why whatever the decisions are being made upon are actually impacting the overall markets. Like the investor confidence at this point in level has increased, so fear, will override the rate cut effect. So, uh, and then it will cause short-term dips too. So these will be a combination of like the you'll see the price surging as well as there will be short-term dips too because of the fear. Then other than that, um, the bullish effect will tend to be stronger, and when rate cuts are preemptive to support growth, and that will be not a panic move. Okay, so let's just look into some very important data which I think is very important. Whenever Federal Reserve has actually moved towards increasing the federal I mean the Federal Reserve has cut down the rates, what has actually impacted the overall markets. Just a sec. So I'm going to show you some data here. Let me see if I can download this. Okay. So here is a historical data, if you can see. So these are dates 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And here is the Bitcoin growth. You can see the Bitcoin growth here and federal rate cuts here. So this is a historical chart which is illustrating the relationship between Bitcoin prices, which you see the blue line is the Bitcoin prices and federal fund rates are the red lines. Okay, and from 2015 till 2021, this is showing you the historical prices. Highlighting key rate cut events in March 2020 and when Fed slashed rates by 50 and 100 basis points as vertical lines. You can see this here. Okay, this is the line over here. Basically, it's slashed by 50 and 100 points, and that is what you can see how it is performing. So this is the Bitcoin performance. You see, it was here 20,000, then down, then it went up. Look at this until 60,000 in March 2021. So March 2020 Fed rate cuts. This chart is marking two sharp reductions in the Fed funds rate on March 3rd and March 16, 2020. Okay, here you can see. Okay, and this is correlating with the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. Initially, Bitcoin dropped approximately 30 to 50%. You can see it here clearly. Here in between this region, 30 to 50%. And then amid panic, but then it rebounded so strongly, kicking off a major bullish rally. So you can see this here in this scenario. So early 2019, here is where I'm pointing out rate cuts have started. This is where the rate cut has started. So Bitcoin surged from 3,500 to over 13,000. You can see it here clearly. And then it was a 270% gain that it saw. So there was major buying that was happening on that front, 3,500 to 15,000. So imagine. Then in Feb 2020, clearly you can see here, it rates near zero almost. Like see this, it has reached till here. Okay. And then BTC skyrocketed to 375% in a low rate, high liquidity era. And between 2001 to 2007, sorry, 2000, 2001 to 7, anyways, we didn't have Bitcoin even existing at that point in time, anyways. So what are the key takeaways from this chart is Bitcoin, of course, have plunged immediately after unexpected Fed rate cuts due to uncertainty, followed by sharp rebounds as investors shift into risk on assets. Um, So then after that, strong bullish rallies in low rate regimes, we've seen that extended periods of low interest rates such as 2020 and 2022 environment have historically corresponded with substantial BTC rallies, and from under 10,000 all-time highs near 69,000 is where it reached. You can see this here clearly. Like between this year to this year, there was a major move and everything just went crazy. Not all rate cuts benefit Bitcoin. Cuts made in response to looming recessions like in 2001 or 7 may trigger risk of sentiments and subdued crypto reactions. So here you can see, to summarize this chart, the chart highlights how March 2020 aggressive Fed rate cuts have catalyzed both short-term volatility and long-term rally in Bitcoin. Historically, low rate environments tend to fuel the crypto rallies, but macro context and investor sentiment greatly has influenced outcomes. And anticipation of Fed easing tends to lift risk assets like Bitcoin, especially when liquidity increases and yield hunting behavior strengthens. So people start believing in crypto a lot more when the reserves are, the rate cuts happen. So this is what the realistic picture looks like. The previous historical past also has shown great amount of strength in all the cryptocurrencies, especially in Bitcoin, and it will continue to show good rally. Like the prices will continue. This is the testament. This is the evidence which clearly shows that prices basically, they are there to run, they are there to grow. So even now that in early September there is an announcement that is going to be made around federal rate cuts, expectation is that by 0.50%, which is like half percent, is what the Federal Reserve is basically supposed to cut the rate. So hopefully we will see more investor confidence. So by then we are expecting that Bitcoin might reach like 130,000. So, guys, hold on to your reins. Of course, for institutional investors, it might be a great move. But for retail investors, honestly speaking, whenever prices tend to surge like this, like crazy, I am a bit very, like I'm on the 50-50% probability thing, where in such scenarios where prices tend to reach all-time highs or things like that, I usually advise, not advise, I only tell guys that, while it's a riskier matter, because see, Ethereum has reached its all-time high. Ethereum is at like 4,700. Bitcoin is at 120. It's also at its high. All the cryptocurrencies are at high, but with the expectation that the price will continue to rise from here, you can look for an opportunity to invest, but that we will look by looking at the indicators when we get an oversold zone where we will look for opportunity to enter. But the probability here, like I say, it's 50-50. So it totally depends on you guys. If in coming few days the prices will tend to continue to grow because of Federal Reserve's decision, then we might as well see some great momentum happening and the rally will continue. But just in case the opposite of it happens, then you are at a very high risk, and then probably the price might get like your investment might get stuck, which you have to also pay attention to. So yeah, I'm just trying to, you can see Ethereum is also at, I'm going to add my indicators. I think, okay, indicators are already on. On my 15 minutes chart on Ethereum, right now you can see it's reached its overbought zone just a little while ago at around 10:45. And then now the price is slightly going down. Oh, this is for Sui. I'm so sorry, I'm seeing for Sui. There is my Ethereum. I thought I opened Ethereum. Okay, let me open Ethereum. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah. So guys, you can see here at around 11 o'clock, not 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock almost, which is as per UTC, the price has reached its overbought territory, now slightly gone down. So prices have definitely come down. But is this the right time to buy? No, it is not the right time to buy, because we wait for the price to come down till oversold zone, which is less than 30 on the RSI, and then we take a long-term position. But at this point in time, while the market is basically going up, in this scenario, it's a bit difficult and it's a very riskier matter. Okay. On Sui's front, Sui also on a 15 minutes chart, you can see it reached its overbought zone. 78.54 is what it reached a little while ago at around 10:45 something. And basically, not 10:44, 10:15, at around 10:15 or something. And now again, you can see the price is going down. Let's come to Ethereum and check Ethereum prices on the other time frames too. And we'll ascertain if buying Ethereum at this level is good enough for us or not. Okay, at this point it says 62. For 5 minutes chart, it's 64. For 15 minutes chart, it's 68. For 45 minutes, it's 72. So for 45 minutes chart, it's already, now it's at the overbought territory. The Ethereum 1 hour chart, 72. Here also it's almost reached overbought, sorry. And here also it's almost overbought. So you can see clearly on the 4 minutes chart also, guys, that price is almost reaching the upper band here. So it's basically at the resistance level. So if you have been following me, you know that in my previous sessions I've covered this linear regression channel indicator, and I've explained you guys that this linear regression indicator basically points out the upper band here which you see is your resistance, and the lower band that you see is your support. So whenever price is reaching almost its resistance level is where you can expect a short position, which is sell position. So the prices from here might tend to start declining. Okay. While I can see it has reached almost the overbought conditions, I'm going to change my indicator here and I'm going to put my DMI to see how my selling and my buying pressure looks like. Okay. I'm deleting this and I'm adding my DMI here. Okay. Let's see, guys. Okay, you can see the red line here, the ADX line, which is at 47, is indicating that basically the prices, the trend line is very, very strong. Okay, the trend is very strong. The ADX line is the red line on the DMI indicator. Then the blue line you can see is the buying pressure. That is DI plus line, which is at 37, which also is significantly strong. So the buying is very, very strong at the moment. The price will continue to rise because the uptrend is also strong, and the second thing is the pressure is also very strong. You can clearly see the selling pressure is very low. It's standing at 8, but this is on the 4-hour chart. Now let's continue to see this on a 1-hour chart. On my 1-hour chart also I can see the DMI is strong. Yani, red line, the ADX line is strong. My trend is strong, my buying pressure is strong, my selling is weak. Now I will move back to 45 minutes time frame. On my 45 minutes time frame, I can clearly see my trend is strong, my buying pressure is very, very strong, my selling pressure is weak. Then on my 15 minutes chart, I can still see the buying pressure is strong, trend line is strong, and my selling pressure is weak. So on all my time frames, I can clearly see that both buying and trend line is very, very strong. Even on my 5 minutes chart, my trend line as well as my buying pressure is very, very strong. So until we see the buying pressure coming down till 25 or less than 25, or till we start seeing the trend line also reaching below 25, we are not going to take any kind of we are not going to take any long position. So this is the time where you can look for short positions. Guys, we are getting short positions. Any one of you who would like to take short position, this is where your short positions lie. I'm going to put an arrow here. So these are your short positions. In case you would like to take short positions, your you can take a short position. Remember, guys, all these things are for education purposes. Please, you also do your own research before you make any kind of decision to buy or sell cryptocurrency, because crypto markets are very, very volatile, and in a day anything can happen. They fluctuate so crazily, so you can lose out on everything even in a single day. So it's very, very risky. So here is your short position that you're getting. This is on my 5 minutes chart. I'll change it to 15 minutes, which I usually use. So on my 15 minutes chart also, you can see the price is good enough. The trend line and the buying pressure is strong. But I'm going to change my indicator here, and I'll put my RSI to see if I've still reached my overbought zone or not. Okay. Yeah. I reached my overbought zone. Now I have slightly come down. So ideally, any short position could have started from this level till this level. This is where our sh short position should have started. I'm going to label my upper band and my lower band here so that you guys have clarity. This indicator is a beautiful indicator, and trust me, this indicator can easily, you don't have to draw any imaginary support and resistance lines here. It will work so beautifully for you. The upper band works as a resistance band here, and the lower band works as a support band. So um, you need not draw any kind of imaginary lines here. So upper band, and here I have my lower band. Okay, lower band acts as my support. So it's a very easy, logic. Whenever the price reaches the resistance level or breaks through the resistance level is when we basically short, or we basically sell it at that point in time. Or when the price is reaching the support level, or it surpasses or goes beyond, like goes below support level, is when we are actually buying. This is our long position, this is our short position. But like I always say, that you can't directly just look at this indicator and just buy and sell it. You also have to validate it with other indicators, and then make sure that you're buying it overbought and oversold zones. Okay, just a sec. So any one of you would like to ask me any questions, you're welcome to do so. I want you guys to ask me any questions if you have. Okay? Guys in the stream, anybody? So uh, you can, yes, of course I'm saying to sell only. I'm not saying to buy, because right now whoever has taken any positions, you all can buy, you all can sell, not buy. So so on Ethereum, we did see where the price is right now on. Let me pick up an arrow. Here is where your short positions are. Oh, sorry. Upper band acts like a resistance, as I told you. We did this for, what did we do? We did this for Ethereum. Now we're doing it for okay. But we have to check it with different time frames. For 3 minutes time frame, I am reaching towards my oversold zone. So till I reach my oversold zone, I'm not going to buy it. Then on a 15 minutes, you can see it's in uptrend. It's above neutral zone. So we still have room for waiting till it reaches 30 and below. And on my 45 minutes frame, you can see clearly it's at 63. So it just reached overbought condition and it's just going down. So we still didn't get, of course, here we got a short position, but here we did not get any still buy position. So you have to wait. And then on the 1 hour chart, let's see. On the 1 hour chart, we are near overbought condition, and on a 4 hour chart also we are at, they're almost close to over bought condition. So yes, let's move to our 15 minutes and then continue to watch it. Okay. So it's a short sell position where I pointed, but still we haven't received any. So this line which you see, which is a linear regression line, so after touching the resistance level, basically it has actually pulled back. So RSI is standing at 58.67, slightly below the overbought threshold of 70. But the bear divergence signals earlier suggest weakening bullish momentum. After the peak near 4.10, the last couple of candles show it's not 4.10, it's like it's at 4 point, almost 4.06, 4.07. Okay. And the last couple of candle is showing some selling pressure here, confirming resistance is holding. So here, looking at whatever the conditions are, there's a decent probability of a short-term reversal, like pullback towards the midline around 3.98 or $4, and possibly even to the lower band near 3.80 or 3.85. The selling is going to accelerate. So the selling pressure is going to be very strong. Then it might reach the support level as well. So if bulls are defending at this current situation, then if they defend the midline strongly, then the uptrend can still continue. But at the moment, there is no sign of any reversal that is happening at the moment. Ethereum is also almost on the same, like, both of them are almost on same lines that they are working. So at this level, which you see, $4 level is where you can expect a reversal, minor reversal zone. And this will be the major reversal zone, which is the support level here. So this is like midline, which is a linear regression line. So price can either come till this level and then it can bounce back to continue the bullish trend, or it might further go down and then it might reach the support level, and then support will obviously again pull back, right? So that is what is possible. So 3.99 to $4.01 is around the midline. So we could see quick intraday reversals if price is testing here. So if the price you see has tested before here also, 3.97 or $4 is what it has tested. This zone which marks here, where is it? Test? Give me, oh, my brush. Where is my brush? My brush is here. So you can see this is where the price is testing again and again. In the sense, not again and again, it's like tested before. So this is where the major reversal is likely to happen, and stronger bounce potential is near this level again, like 3 point. This is where it might if it comes down, if the buying pressure, so this is where your another major low, bounce back may happen. So around the lower level, there is high probability support if price is dipping that far. So the price is right now still above this midline. So there is a short-term pullback towards $4, and it could trigger the first bounce before deciding if it wants to retest lower. So because this price is not retested, it might, there is a possibility it will hit here and then bounce back, or it might further go down, and then from here we might see an bounce that can come. So this is how it will happen. So let's see what the buying or the selling pressure looks like. I'm going to change my indicator. I'm going to change my RSI and see what's happening on my DMI to see if my trend is weakening or my trend is strong. So I can see my trend is still strong. It's at 41. We all know that on DMI, the line has to be, just a second, where is my horizontal line? So my line has to be at 25, right? So it's above 25 for sure. You can see that. So my buying pressure is at 27. So it's just trying to slow down a bit because the selling is becoming stronger. The trend is still strong. No worry on that. The trend, which is uptrend, is still strong. It's standing strong here, but the buying is slowly come down, so which might as well change the whole outlook. It might either make the buying, buying weak and selling strong, and by from that line, like the mid line which we have, the regression line, we can see it might move, the price might bounce back to the resistance level, and after testing it at the midline, or it might further go down. So let's continue to chat on this. Let's continue to talk more on this front and continue to see if we are getting any buy or sell position. We got sell position so far. At this point in time, I'm still not advising, suggesting anything to buy. Sorry, to buy, yes, to buy at the moment, because we don't have any long-term buy positions still. We do not buy when the price is actually at the midline level, because the probability of it basically going, the probability of risk that is associated with this is still very, very high. The risk is high. At this point in time, I don't suggest you guys to basically buy. Okay, so let's continue, guys, after a small bit minutes, small 5 to 10 minutes of break. Okay. Okay, let's continue after a 5 to 10 minutes of break. So I am back. So on my 15 minutes chart, the scenario is totally different. So I wouldn't suggest any kind of buy positions here. Of course, the price is seeing very weird. See here, the indecision candles, the doji candles, the price being rejected. So kind of retested this level, but it's again bouncing back, which means the trend is continuing. So in our crypto community, we do have some updates, recent updates. So Dogecoin to the moon is what it says. Doge formed golden cross first since November. Meme coins might be heating up again. Doge has just formed a golden cross where the 50-day SMA has crossed above 200 SMA, often seen as a bullish momentum shift. So November 2024, Doge was at like 130%, 2.46 in 4 weeks. November 2023, it was up by 25% in 4 weeks, and November 2020, it was 1000% in 4 months. Not foolproof. Track records are mixed, so you can check it for yourself. So there's another news in the community. It says experts says Ethereum could spark the next altcoin season. So crypto assets are pointing to Ethereum's market signals as a potential trigger for the next major altcoin rally. And a strengthening Ethereum BTC often marks the start of altcoin performance. So Ethereum's transaction volume and active addresses are trending upward, and expanding ecosystems like Arbitrum and Optimism are adding momentum. So that is on Ethereum's forefront. So whenever there is Ethereum that is seen as rising and even Bitcoin rising, it's basically strengthening the altcoin season, altcoins as well. So Ethereum's transaction volume and active addresses, they are also trending upward right now. So you can see here, like I said, I pointed out rightly here, it didn't touch this zone, which is the, you know, which is the zone in between, like you can see here, this regression line. So the price was supposed to retest here and it did. It tested till here and again it's bouncing back. So let's see if the buying pressure continues to grow here, then we can see some, the subtrend will continue to grow. Okay. So whoever is joining the streams, guys, anybody would like to ask any question, you're welcome to ask any questions. Feel free to ask me anything. Ethereum at the moment, don't get confused, guys. I'm analyzing two cryptocurrencies right now. One is Sui that I'm analyzing, which is trading at around $4 right now. So if you do not have too much of money and you would like to start with very minimalistic kind of trade, then you can choose to trade in Sui, which is also a very good project. But if you have good amount of money, you can as well trade in other stable cryptos. Especially Ethereum is one very good crypto with strong fundamentals and strong project developments behind. It has amazing adoption cases and the kind of growth it is seeing. So Ethereum can one of be in your watch list. So if you're just starting out in this particular industry, these two cryptos can be considered as your investment option, as your trading option. So you can look for it. You see the price is getting rejected at this level again and again. These long wicks which you see, this indicates that the price, actually, see, you see the price reached till 4.07, it got rejected, the buyers tried to push hard. So first time the price reached 4.0674, almost, it's like, yeah, 06. Then it was trying hard to reach till 4.07, and somehow the selling became very strong here, and the price shooted down again. So this is where major liquidity sweep has happened. Buyers tried to basically push the prices, but sellers tried to bring it down 4.056, and they further took it down. Here again it's trying to retest 4.06. These long wicks that you keep seeing on the screen, which you're seeing long wicks, they indicate price rejection. So whenever as a retail investor or a trader, wherever you put your profits, sorry, wherever you put your stop losses is where the market makers or the big players try to grab the liquidity from you guys. This is how it happens. And you can clearly see whenever the price basically, reaches a level. For example, where can I find this? Wherever you see a very long wick, the red wick or a green wick, and the price continues to go further down from that level, this is where the liquidity sweep has happened. Can you see? The price basically quickly pierces the liquidity zone like recent high or low, and then it triggers stop losses. So this is the zone where the stop losses hit, and then it snaps back to the opposite direction. So sweep, liquidity sweep is basically it's a fake out, and then the price reverses, and liquidity run is basically breakout, and then it continues. So this liquidity run, liquidity basically run is it is possible for both bearish as well as bullish trend. So there's no hard and fast rule. So if in case anywhere you see a long wick happening, and then after that the price instead of basically reversing, it goes in the same direction. Like which one should I point out? Mm, so price went down till here. It took all the liquidity. Okay. And then it's again going in the same direction. But here you can see it's the opposite. Price went down, and then it is basically here also it's going in the same direction, but this is where it is reversing. So Just a sec. So, like I was telling you guys, that the price will be retesting. This is where the major, you know, fair value gap was created. You can see this clearly. This was the demand zone, and now the price is coming down. So the price has tested this linear regression line, the middle line you can see here. This is where I was pointing out. Excuse me. Now it has finally tested the middle line. Previously, it was not. So selling became very strong at this point in time, and price tried to reach this level 3.98 and bounced back at this level. So price, the buyers took over this particular scenario. See that, like out of this particular zone, when we try to kind of narrow the analysis, like instead of 100 candles, like just looking at the small vision of it, like the small picture of it, you can see the price is going on testing this level. So this is where a major liquidity, zone is. You can see 4.01. How many times has it touched? One, two, three, four, 4.01. Almost like one, two, three, four, almost four times by now it has touched. So this is where the demand is a lot. So the you can see this very clearly. Price is again and again retesting this zone. So this is where your exact demand is, because this level it is touching again and again. The buyers are buying at this level, trying to push the prices up, and again the sellers are trying to bring it down. Based on the other indicators too, like the DMI is becoming weaker. Selling is buying is slightly coming down. So below 25 is what it is reaching, 23 point something. And even the trend is becoming very weaker here. You can see that. Let's continue to see what's happening on the Ethereum's front also. Ethereum has touched the neutral zone and is just bouncing back again. Here on the regression line, you can see that it has surpassed this zone. So price might touch the resistance and then bounce back. There's still more capacity here. So until it kind of reaches on RSI also in oversold zone and tries to break through the support zone. Here we do not have any right now. Buying opportunity. Let me analyze this as for 15 minutes time frame. Here just price touch the oversold zone, sorry, overbought zone. On the 15 minutes time frame here, we need not take. I think, I don't know if I pointed this out on 15 minutes or I'm not sure. Ideally, your short positions should have been here in this zone. I don't know which chart in the starting of the day I marked it, but ideally it should have been in this zone. Again, this zone you guys can see. And again, it's reaching this zone. So whenever you see such kind of scenario happening, you can assume that the price from here will either go down or it might further go up depending on. So buyers are trying very, very hard to bring the price up, but sellers are very, very dominant. You can see the candlesticks here. They're clearly indicating the price is getting rejected again and again and again and again. Here, it's not able to stand at those levels. So guys, price is getting rejected on various zones. So hold on till it, because this could be a potential sign of a reversal. If price is getting rejected again and again, it might be a sign that the sellers are basically trying to be strong here. And you can also see this on the DMI indicator that it has gone below, like at 21.64 is what the DMI is showing. Your red indicator, which is a trend line, is actually also weakening. So it was at 45, it is now at 35. Although it's not weakest or something, but it's still like So in any case, basically what happens is, um, like you can see the price getting rejected, then there are some indecision candles being formed here. So there are clear indications right now market is like little indecisive about what's happening. So it's kind of getting into accumulation phase where the price is just trying to go up, down, up, down. There's no proper demand for things here completely. So if the demand is more than the supply here, then we could have seen the price continuing the rally, the uptrend that it was having. But here, because it's just demand, supply, like, just meeting the requirements, it's totally not able to either break the resistance or the support level. So the market has right now gone into accumulation and distribution phase, guys. Accumulation and distribution phase, if you don't know, is a sideways market. It's a range bound market where basically when market is indecisive about what's happening, neither are the buyers strong nor the sellers are strong, and market doesn't know where to move, whether it should move up or it should move down. At that point in time, that is where it is, because the buy and sell orders keep happening, but none of them are strong enough to drive the prices up. There's neither liquidity run, there's neither liquidity stream that's happening. So in that scenario, you will continue to see this price just going sideways in sideways direction this way. Okay, this is where it is like accumulation phase. So let's continue to So you see, after this rally here, now the price is just in moving sideways, just buy sell, but the price is not moving majorly in the upward direction. It's yeah, now there is a clear cut. Yeah, price moving down. Now we can see the selling pressure building up. All the major liquidations happening at this forefront. So Bitcoin has also come down, guys. Ethereum is down. BNB is down. Solana is also down. So yeah. So you can see on my RSI divergence, it is basically reaching the neutral zone. It's going below neutral zone, and the support zone is also getting tested here. So here is where you can take a sell position, sorry, buy position, but because on my RSI it's still not reached oversold zone, I would still reach for the price to go below the support level and then take a position. So our position can be anywhere in these areas. I'll just put an arrow for now, but we will wait until the price reaches the exhaustion level. Okay, we're still not taking any position, guys, but this can be a major. So it's still, you can see 42.84 is where it is at. So, we still have room for it to go completely oversold, then buy it, because at this point in time, it can still go further down. So just hold on until we reach that level. So I'm going to take a small 5 minutes break here, and then we'll continue talking about the technical analysis. We'll continue to see the markets. At this moment, please hold. We haven't still found any buy position here. Let's hold it till we reach the exhaustion level. Okay. I have not pointed out still any kind of buy or long-term position, but probably at this level, when it is still near the support level, is where we will buy. Okay, I'm going to take a 5 to 10 minutes of a break, and then we'll continue talking. And back, guys. See, the price is again bounced back from the 50 neutral zone. So we don't have a. Sorry, guys. So selling has become very strong, and the trend also looks a bit of, you know, strong trend here. So basically, Ethereum at the moment, it has experienced significant growth recently, and with prices reaching new highs. So we all know that Standard Chartered basically has raised its year-end forecast to 7,500, citing increased industry engagement and recent growth in either holdings. And Fundstrat's Tomley projects a potential surge to $10,000. So it's basically purely institutional adoption and favorable macroeconomic environment that is kind of driving the prices for Ethereum. And Coin Central, one of the other resources, they suggest it would reach about 8,888. So these are different price predictions, but there's no 100% certainty as to when, how, by when will all these things happen and all of that. But yes, seems like there's a positive outlook to all of this. And Coming to Sui, because we were analyzing Sui also today. So Sui basically it's a new entrant in the crypto space. It's like 2-year-old crypto, right? It has gained a lot of attention. So Coin Codex basically it has forecasted the price will range between 2.5 to 2.80, which is not currently the level that it is seeing. It's of course very old prediction, as you can see. So Sui also does have a lot of potential. So it can reach up to $10, $15. Like everybody has their own outlook on it. So that's why you can't really say. Like back in April or May, I remember the price was almost likely to reach $5. So that's the reason we saw that the prices actually have. So on the sweep price drops right now, it's basically uh, definitely not. At this moment, we can only say that there is a profit booking after the rally. So following a strong rally in July, SWI has reached a high of $4.3. So the subsequent retracement to 3.32 zone suggests profit taking. So this is what has happened. And SWI has experienced a 4% drop because of the heavy selling pressure met institutional buying attempts. So obviously you can see Ethereum also reached its high, and In fact, so you also reached its high. Now again, it's going back. So, so this might be an option of short-term corrections that are happening in the market, likely, and we'll see what will shape up on this. So nothing major. It's just after the profit taking, it's going for a small pullback or price corrections. That's what it is. You're looking at the indicators. It does show that the price is actually selling pressure is higher than the buying pressure, and the trend also seems to be weakening. So guys, there might be a small problem on Zbit X account, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to change this indicator and see my RSI. Where is it? So it's just gone below the oversold zone, like it, not oversold zone, like it's neutral zone actually, just below 50 here. We still have room for it to go further down to be able to get a buy position, but at this moment we are still not having any buy position. Here we got a short sell position. In case of Ethereum also, because price tested here, but then it didn't go below the 50 neutral zone. We didn't get any buy position here. Let's remove this. I was hoping that price will go further down. That's why I was thinking maybe, we'll get a buy position here, but unfortunately we didn't get anything here. Such an imbalance, that is what we are seeing right now, and this is what we are. So as you can see, Zibit is a very easy platform. So they have in the spot market, we have around hold on, I need to open this. Around 101 pairs in futures, and in spot we have 32 pairs as usual. It's a very, very easy platform to use, guys. It's a very easy to use platform and it's not at all difficult. And the KYC and everything is also very, very easy. So this is how the interface looks like for the Zibit platform. Very easy to use and very easy to even start. So so this is where your the charts and everything is there. You can see that there's a major dip that has happened here. There is big buy that has happened. all the features which are available on the um, trading view is what is available here too. So whatever you want to use, you can use on this platform. Like if in case this is uh, interface is kind of having any kind of problems for you to use, then you can obviously use the trading view platform also, which is okay. But more or less, it's very simple. You have the buy and sell option here. You can place your limit and market orders here. You have the order history where you can see what are the orders you have placed. Here in the fund section, you have the available balance that you can see. All these things are part of this. So you can see this is very clear. First, market went into a bit of accumulation phase and then now it's slowly coming back, which means that after a major profit taking, now the prices are shooting down. So it's a small minor price correction or a minor pullback. It's not just for SUI, it's also happening for um, Ethereum. It's also happening for Bitcoin. As you can see, Bitcoin is also coming down. Right now, Bitcoin prices have also come down. Where is it? See, after reaching this level 122, So it's at 39 still, guys. We can't buy it till still until it reaches 30 and below. That's where we will get a position. So while we're waiting for the markets to hit the benchmark that we are looking at, let's take a small 5 to 10 minutes break and I'll continue talking about when to take a buy position. So, guys, oh, the price is just bouncing back from 42. It's still not the place. So, after major price, rise, after taking profits, now the price has come down. There are major sell-offs that are happening, which we can see clearly. I'm not commenting on anything. That's because I want the price to move till 30 and below, and then that's where I will take a position. And I want you guys to do the same. The price is not reaching oversold zone still, so that's a sad thing. But this, I will mark a arrow here. This could have been our long position, but we'll have to be a bit careful on this candle because it can be a fake out or a fake breakout. So we'll have to be careful on it. So guys, today we were able to get somehow a good sell and a buy position in Sway and Ethereum. I think Ethereum we need to check. Ethereum is just heading from the neutral zone. It's just moving its way up. It's a slightly confusing state right now, so we might not be able to. You can see the price went below support. So ideally, whenever it goes below support levels, we can take a trade here. But today, it's a bit weird, trend for Ethereum. Honestly speaking, you can see it. Uh, you know, it's neither touching the support zone nor touching the support zone it touched, but resistance zone it didn't touch. So yes, we got a sell position here at this level. And here is where we could have taken a buy position, but because my RSI was not giving me clear indication, I would have not taken the position basis just linear regression channel. I would have at least confirmed with 2 to 3 indicators to make sure that I'm taking the position at the right time. So So this momentum builds up, then we'll have, like I said, here the price has reached higher levels. The buyers were very strong. So from here, the sellers basically, after taking the profit, these buyers, after taking the profit, uh, got the price to almost oversold zone. Now again, the buying pressure is building up. So this was small price correction and pullback. Even in Ethereum, it's the same thing you can see. Again, the price is like, going back. So price corrections have happened, and again, this is what is happening. So the price is getting rejected here, as you can see. So this level has been tested. This is the second, third, fourth, almost fifth time now where this price is getting tested. Here also we saw that this price was getting tested again and again, and then the price went down. So at this level, you can see this price is also getting tested. So we might as well see either there will be a breakout and the price might go further down, or the price might surge up. So totally depends. So guys, with that, we will end this stream and we will end this session. I will see you tomorrow between 4 to 8 p.m. Hope to see you guys with new and more exciting topics that we're going to talk about. Till then, take care of yourself. Have a great evening ahead. This is Nidafrin, your host for the day, and I'm signing off from the Zbit app, the Zbit official channel, and we'll continue to talk tomorrow on a lot more other things. Guys, I want you to make sure that whenever you're entering the market, you basically enter when you think you can afford to lose, because in a day crypto markets fluctuates like more than 5, 10, 20% also. So there is great amount of volatility and risk associated. So I would want you guys to be very careful whenever you are entering and exiting the market. So with that note, I'm ending this session. Take care of yourself and have a great evening ahead.